Look at these beauties.
He's got the Dino Turtles. Like, I want to open all of these, but I mean, I like in this condition, like I just couldn't do it. These are really cool. This one's like a little Cryptex one. Is that what I think it is on your chair? Hello and welcome to Weekend Warrior. If you've been following me on here or on Instagram for a little while, I'm sure you've heard me talk about one of the most magical places to visit in Orlando, Florida. I'm not talking about Disney World. I am talking about the vintage toy Valhalla known as Base Collectibles. I've been shopping at Base for many years now, and the owner, Scott, this is Scott, has become one of my best friends. For some reason though, I've never filmed a toy hunt video there or just a toy store walkthrough. Well, we did shoot an unboxing of a MOTU Origins Eternia playset one time. But don't stress, I have finally remedied this. And along for the ride is my brother from another retro spectrum.
Oh, hey! Are you guys here to talk about toys? Well, I'm okay.
But before we begin, please do the thing. Click that subscribe button as well as the bell to get notified when I release new content. Now, let's go. Base Collectibles is located in Orlando, Florida, not far from the theme parks. This store is filled with toys and a variety of other items for all ages. I wouldn't describe it as a hidden gem, rather it's a destination in its own right. As soon as you walk in, you are greeted by one of the largest playsets ever, the G.I. Joe USS Flagg aircraft carrier from 1985. Typically when I go to the shop, I don't really have a purchasing agenda. It's more of a place I like to go hang out with my friend and nerd out about toys. But to be perfectly honest, it's very hard not to stare off in the distance and look at all the things while trying to have a conversation.
Pay attention, where are you looking? Look here, focus here.
However, just because I'm hanging out, it doesn't mean I don't do some shopping. But before I do, there's something lurking behind the counter. Is that what I think it is on your chair? No way.
That's the vintage, and you would know by all of the paint vinyl off of the feet and hands.
Yeah, but still, the paint still looks really good.
Yeah, the face is amazing. The paint on the ear is good.
And those are always usually gone. And don't they, like, if you pull them, don't the chains, like, sort of, like, break apart, like he's getting wild or whatever?
Yeah, there's that little piece.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's just a local lady that works at the catering business down the road and came in selling stuff today.
These are cool. Are these free?
Those are free. That's our new chicken nugget of the plastic creep.
You have a plastic creep chicken nugget?
This is the actual sculpture.
That's awesome. Where'd you get that?
Guy that comes into the store, Casey Cross, sculpted it, painted it, and then allowed us to make a sticker with it.
That's awesome. Look at this sticker. It's only appropriate to test the voice command center.
Wait, whoa. What is this? Voice command center?
So for episode 1,
the Phantom Menace?
They had Comtex, and so these little things that come with the figures, you would hook it up to this and it would talk. So I think
Dungeons no like than outsiders.
How fantastic.
That was Jar Jar.
It's Jar Jar, yeah.
These are awesome. I will say this. People
This guy's fine bad.
People hate on episode 1 sometimes, but it had the coolest merchandising blitz.
Should I buy a Jar Jar? So these are really cool. These are the additional heads that you could buy for the MOTU Classics line. And this...
So these wouldn't have been sold with the figures. These are separate just if you wanted to have some different expressions.
It's an accessory pack of heads is what it is for the figures.
How big of a MOTU fan? This is really for the fans here. This is awesome.
I would absolutely buy Snout Spout Classics and swap it out with this head because it looks way better. There is a statue that they did of Snout Spout at the later end of this, I believe, that had NECA involved, which he has like right over here. This head right here that you could put on a MOTU Classic Snout Spout figure, these are the statues. So this is like one of the coolest sculpts, and I don't know for certain, but I really feel like this informed the new Mattel Creations figure that they released last year. You know the new Castle Grayskull Man that I just got from my buddy Shredder Media Retro? This is the actual one that was made by MOTU Classics, and I think the one that he found, the custom, is a way better sculpt and way more looks like actually Castle Grayskull versus a weird skull man with a blonde wig.
I don't typically see you looking through the bargain bins.
Yeah, but when you find out that there is a white Tiger Zord in the bargain bin, I mean, he's not including any of his accessories, but
Is that your first purchase?
this might be my first purchase of the day. So I'm going to set this to the side because $8, you can't beat that. If you watched my Orlando Summer Collector Fest video, I had mentioned in there that one day I wanted to own a white Tiger Zord. Well, Scott remembered and said, hey, I have one in the discount bin. Excuse me, what? The white Tiger Zord roared onto the scene in the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Built by Zordon in Alpha 5 after Tommy lost his Green Ranger powers, this powerful Zord is a total game changer. In Tiger mode, it's fast and fierce, unleashing sonic blasts. Then it transforms into Warrior mode, armed with a sword and energy blasts. Now, granted, he's missing some things, but for $8, how could I pass this up?
I'm buying a Zord.
Oh goody, it's toy time with Retro Spectrum.
Check out all the cool My Little Ponies and Care Bears hanging out down here. I was kind of thinking this might be cool. Check out this My Little Pony lunchbox. But what's cooler? Oh my gosh! Check out this radio. Is this a Radio Shack lunchbox?
That's a record player.
It's a record player. Let's check it out. Nice. Check this out, kids. Little Radio Shack record player with some guy sitting on top of like a Smurf's house. Nothing says Radio Shack like this. This is great.
One thing I've started picking up recently are these late 90s Tom McFarlane monster sets, which are really awesome. The last time I was here, I bought the Phantom of the Opera and Dracula, but this is the Wolfman, which I already have. But if you take a look, like the whole set is just fantastic. So the Dracula comes like his crypt and actually like a bat form of him. And then Frankenstein has the Frankenstein's monster and the doctor. Like these are just really, really well done and well balanced. Like it's really crazy how the sculpt looks like he might be top heavy. Nope, everything is like very well done and balanced. And then also the figure all comes apart. So it looks like he's been torn to shreds by the werewolf.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Figured something out. We found a version of this, not the silver screen edition, but a similar one like this at the toy show. He had the cloak on him.
Okay.
And that's what this is. It's the Werewolf of London. So I had that in my hands
cool.
at the toy show, but here's the silver screen version of him, which is
It
pretty
is
cool.
so fun seeing these in black and white.
Oh, I love it. Done so well. And there's just so many iterations like monster toys. I mean, just...
But even the mummy next to it, like, it's not black and white, but it's still very monotone.
Yeah.
Just very, very cool. I love these. If you were a collector and you just wanted monster toys, that could be a collection all itself.
Oh, it is. I mean, that's where a lot of my stuff is going, is monsters. So everything from like 60s, 70s, 80s, and on.
You have these already, right?
I do, but these are the silver screen versions, so they're all in black and white as a 4-pack.
Way. Wow. So these are the same figures you have, but it's black and white.
Right, but what's interesting about it is this one includes the creature Leo,
Okay.
and he wasn't part of the first wave. He was the Hunchback in the first wave, so they've added him as this edition of it.
Creature Leo, way better than Hunchback Leo.
100% better. And a fun fact about the mummy Michelangelo, if you zoom in right here, the face is actually based upon how the original sculpt rotted, the foam rubber rotted on the 1990 film.
That's awesome. But one thing I absolutely love are these DC Comics pocket superheroes. I know not too many people are familiar with these, but I just love the look at them. And you always got a hero and a villain in each single box. So check out this one. Here's the Flash and Captain Cold. And I do have Wonder Woman, but here's a cool package. Wonder Woman and the Cheetah. So cool. These are awesome. This looks like Blanca.
Yeah, so I think they are. It's a bunch of just, I don't know if they're all like I think
Oh, there's Guile.
yeah, so
There's
there's
some
like,
Street Fighters in here.
these might be the Super 7 Keshis. A lot of these are the,
Gosh, these are cool as heck.
yeah, I just think they're awesome. I don't know. Oh, look at that one. I'm pretty sure that's a glow-in-the-dark mummy.
Oh, that's awesome. Here's Dulcime.
I think that's a Metaluna. So those are cool.
What do you got there? So you're looking at the monsters over here.
Yeah, and you're looking at
I'm
Street
looking at
Fighter.
Street Fighters down here.
But it's still cool.
Both are awesome.
Yeah. This looks like one of the main muscle guys right here. So this is, I believe, is a muscle. I don't know who that is. Little Bumblebee. But I think I'm going to narrow it down to these two right here. So I think this is, I don't know if it's Metaluna Mutant or what, but it's definitely a Universal Monster. And then I have the mummy right here. Dude, Dulcime looked pretty darn cool, though. You got to admit, with all like the little skeletons running in.
I could see myself walking out with some Street Fighters if they're not if they're not $20 a piece.
I think you should do all the Street Fighters. For the last few months, I've really gotten into collecting minifigures. If it's a monster, a mutant, or anything creepy, chances are I'll buy it.
It is a surprise.
While going through the minifigs, I came across 2 of the Super 7 glow-in-the-dark Keshi figures. Super 7 Keshi figures are tiny collectibles with big vintage vibes. Think Muscle from the 80s reimagined. Standing just 1.75 inches tall, these bright colored bold figures come in blind boxes and feature characters from Transformers, Universal Monsters, and Super 7's own Twisted Creations. The 2 that I found were actually from their glow-in-the-dark Universal Monster series. I got the Mole Man and the Mummy. Look how tiny they are. Do you remember Z-Bots?
They're not GoBots.
No, but look what they are.
Micro Machines.
Yeah.
These are awesome.
Right?
Now, read the back of the box, but you have to talk as fast as the Micro Machine guy.
Creepy Creature is... I can't do it that fast. CBs.
This is the Micro Machine Man presenting the most midget miniature motorcade of micro machines.
But I mean, look how many there were.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So I think these were probably after a time that I was still collecting. So yeah, like 94, I was a teenager and not really playing with toys or buying toys at the time, but these are really just awesome looking. So maybe one day I'll find some of these loose.
Look at these beauties.
He's got the Dino Turtles. So I am missing just the dinosaur for Leonardo. I already have Leo, I have his club, but I don't have the Triceratops and the harness. Problem is, every time I've found the dinosaur, it's missing all the accessories and he might have some pieces broke or he's really worn out. So this is one of those situations where I probably am just gonna buy this figure and then use the better of the 2 Leonardos for my collection with the club accessory I have and then resell the other one. And so I'm assuming this...
Yeah, that goes to that guy.
Okay. And this one is just translucent, but this one looks like it has
Glow. That's glow in the dark, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Look at it. It's like, oh, is that supposed to be like a xenomorph tail?
Sure.
We bring in Scott for the commentary. He's now comparing tails of xenomorphs.
Stalker Predator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because look at the chest plate. It's a xenomorph head.
Oh, yes.
That's awesome. So this is from the Alien vs. Predator line.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one of those are you going to get, Jason?
Both. I'm going to get both. I'm going to get both of them. Before we got NECA, and before there was McFarlane, we had Kenner. And in the 90s, they dropped one of the coolest action figure lines, Predator. Starting in 1994, Kenner launched a wild lineup of Predator action figures. It was riding high on the hype from their earlier and controversial Alien line. Back when the Alien movie came out, there was a xenomorph this size, but it's not this one, but it looks like this one, that came out for kids, and Alien is not a kids movie, so terrified them, it was recalled, it was a whole thing. But Predator, it thrived. From 1994 to 1996, Kenner released 3 series of Predator action figures. Figures that glowed, figures that had throwing spears, and some crazy sculpts that we never saw in any of the movies. Like the Stalker Predator that's glow in the dark. Kenner also had a mail-away Predator that they called the Ambush Predator that's transparent. Kenner took an R-rated alien hunter, a creature that rips out spines, and turned him into one of the coolest action figure lines of the decade, all without a single cartoon to back it up. Well, at least not until 2025. If you haven't seen Predator Killer of Killers yet, you are seriously missing out. Check that out. So I believe this is towards the end of the Ghostbusters run. This is Slimer with the proton pack, and he has his bulging eyes and everything too.
I was gonna say, I only remember like the rubbery Slimer.
Yeah,
that came with, like the pizza and the steak.
Yeah, so this was towards the end of the Ghostbusters run. I want to say it was the last couple years. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And there's another thing, ectoplasm. So I have. So this is the graded one. This is the with the red. This is the purple. So they did a bunch of different lids and different colors of ectoplasm. This is the purple.
Does anybody still want this stuff?
Yeah, I collect them.
Oh my gosh!
It's still in it.
I don't know. I think that might be add water at this point.
Right. But I mean, it's mainly about the case, right? So I mean, I bought one similar in price from EchoBase. But it had the red. It was the red ectoplasm. This is the graded one. So you can see a graded one is at 80% is going
They are grading ectoplasm now, $500.
So that's fantastic. So never opened, brand new graded red ectoplasm. What else is in here that I'm really excited about that I would love to have, and it's been here for a little while,
Ooh,
is...
that doesn't look like a ghost.
That is the Dracula monster. The only thing he's missing is, I believe... there's these little rings on the end of the cape, and they would connect to his arm. So when he does,
so he had more of a bat thing,
right? So
that's smart. You know, it's so odd looking at this figure. It almost looks more like it belongs with the stuff above and inside the Beetlejuice figures. There's a very similar look to some of these Ghostbuster figures.
Well, it's all Kenner, so I mean, sculpts are very similar and everything too. Even in the Beetlejuice, like right now, I'm only missing a handful of figures. Harry the Haunted Headhunter, he is one that I'm missing right now. And then also Alan, and I might get him, but they have the Vanishing Vault in the box. But even down here, like the Ghost Sweeper in box. So, I mean, it's been open, but still, just the box alone is worth the price.
The packaging for all the real Ghostbuster toys are obscenely cool.
Oh, yeah. It's some of the best. These are incredible. They're still in card, and they're in great condition. So... the monsters, essentially it's the Universal monsters in real Ghostbusters. So you have the Mummy on card. I mean, look how clean the card is.
You've got another Dracula back there.
This is what I'm talking about. So see that's cool. Yeah, so this one is awesome. Very clean. But see how the fingers go through the rings? I think there's one other piece that he's missing on that one. But the bat little brooch up here is there. And everything else to it, but I mean, on card, I want to open all of these, but I mean, I like in this condition, like I just couldn't do it. I would never be able to open it. I have the Mummy, I have the Wolfman, I have Quasimodo, I have Frankenstein. I'm missing Zombie and Dracula is the two that I'm missing from the monster line. So I'm torn. So there's two things that I really want for Beetlejuice and for the real Ghostbusters, and he has them. One is the Dracula monster, but there's also Alan on card, so I'm missing him from Beetlejuice. I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one you would go with. There's just so much to see at EchoBase. At every turn, you're face to face with something that sparks nostalgia, or something you didn't even know existed. Even after all this time coming here, I still find myself in awe of what's on the shelves. Scott takes real pride in how everything's presented. The displays aren't just shelves, they're experiences. There's a lot to look at, but it never feels overwhelming. EchoBase is a toy store in the best possible way, welcoming, fun, and made for people who love this stuff. Whether you're chasing childhood memories or discovering something new, EchoBase is the kind of store that reminds you why you started collecting in the first place. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you do come to Orlando, Florida, please make sure you go by EchoBase Collectibles. Also, if there was something you saw in this video that you didn't know existed or sparked some sort of nostalgia for you, let me know in the comments. I answer everybody's post. Thank you again, and until next time, remember, be good.